Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 9th. We're just going to jump right in here, as always, Pisces, and we're going to take a look at your current energies in this first row. You have this Mystic Circle card. It says your abilities will be enhanced, and you have the Six of Cups as well. The interesting thing, that I'm kind of getting here for you, Pisces, is that maybe you've just been, a little bit like off your game, or maybe you just haven't been feeling your usual self. And I kind of feel like you're feeling like your usual self again, number one, or that could at least be starting this week in the week of the 9th. I kind of feel like if that message is true for you, Pisces, that you haven't been your usual self, or maybe you just haven't felt like your usual self in a long time. Maybe it's been years. And it's almost as if, again, I know this is a weekly reading, but I kind of feel that this could be something that you kind of step into this year. It's like I would say it's maybe a major theme, major energy. Look at this glow up vibes here with the Empress as well. So definitely feeling more like yourself. I also feel that this could be saying that maybe you're feeling like you can make better intuitive decisions as well with this energy. Maybe your intuition hasn't been, or maybe you just feel like your intuition hasn't been, guiding you in the right direction, or maybe you feel like you've been making wrong decisions or something like that. I don't know. It's popping into my head. I would also say trust your intuition. There's clearly like a new opportunity. You know what's interesting as well, if I can't say that enough in your reading, Pisces, is that you have this unseen card, and then your last card says reveal what needs to be seen. But what's popping into my head is I'm pretty sure in your 2023 readings, one of them, I don't remember which one, I was saying something about how it's like maybe you had this year planned out, 2023. Maybe you've had some ideas or some goals, some things you want to achieve, or, whatever. And I kind of feel like, I'm not saying that you're completely changing what you're doing, but there is some sort of change. It's almost as if you're discovering a better idea, or maybe your life takes a direction that you didn't think it would take, but I think it's a better direction. So, again, I'm not trying to be mysterious here, and you actually have some advice on how to discover, like, what this is, but, I do see that. You have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the King of Pentacles showing up here as well. I do feel like you need to get working on something. Just going to the Ten of Pentacles as well. It's like, I don't really feel this Six of Cups is someone from the past for you, Pisces. You have a couple of sixes here, which I love, number one. It could be someone from the past for some of you, but, what I would really say here is that I feel like there's some sort of goal, wish, or dream with that Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles can be anything. It's basically your dream life. It is whatever you see as your dream life. I like to remind people as well that just because you have the Ten of Pentacles doesn't mean that you're going to get your dream life like right now. It's like a lifelong pursuit. It's something, the Ten of Pentacles is really something that we work towards forever. It's something that we are always working on. It's building or leaving a legacy. So I feel for some of you, I get this like back on track type of feeling here. It feels pretty good to me, Pisces. You have the Knight of Pentacles as well. I kind of feel like you're much more prepared to take action than you realize. I feel like you need to take action on things that you're trying to create in your life. I feel like you need to get moving. He's not making any moves. He's being too cautious, but he has these empty fields behind him, and he needs to start planting in those fields. So I feel like you need to kind of like get moving here, Pisces. And you do have the Moon and the King of Pentacles. I do feel like you're very focused on your finances. It's kind of interesting. I feel like some of you are kind of like worried more than you should be. Obviously, you're a Pisces. I totally understand that game. But, what I would say here is I feel like you need to stop worrying about money or stop worrying about something. It's like a lot of you, it's like I kind of feel like you're worrying about things that you're just not going to be worrying about in a couple months' time. So, like, again, get out of your head. I feel in a couple months' time, you're probably going to be laughing at yourself and being like, why was I so worried about, this, that, and the other thing. By the way, if you're looking for love, definitely could be an earth sign coming in for you. You have the Page of Cups, which would be like an admirer, and you have three earth cards here so far. We'll see what comes up, but we're going to clarify with the White Sage Tarot as well. So let's see. With the Six of Cups, you have the Hermit. Could be a Virgo coming in for some of you. For others, I feel like you've been a hermit. I feel like this is just more of this like back on track type of feeling here, Pisces. You feel like you're getting back on track. Let's put it that way. Maybe you've been through a dark night of the soul over the past few years, or things just haven't felt right. With the Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, you have to set yourself free. Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restriction. Knight of Pentacles, he's not making any moves. He's just sitting there waiting for what? I have no clue. Everything about him kind of suggests that he has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs to be very successful. He just has to get moving forward, Pisces. So I feel like you need to set yourself free. With the Moon and the King of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands, quick success. See, once you start, this is you, but it's like once you start working towards something like maybe that's unknown, that's where the success comes in. But it's like you're not, like all readings that I've been doing for you, I feel like you're not going to discover things right here. He is sitting where he has always been, the King of Pentacles. He is the card of convention. He represents the way things have always been done. And I kind of feel like, number one, this could be a person, so not that big of a deal. And this could be communication coming in for you as well. But what I would say is if you want to move forward faster, I feel like you need to just do things differently, or just take action. And I also feel like you need to realize that if you start in one direction, your direction is probably going to change, but it's probably going to lead to more success as well. Next, in the area of what you need to know, you have this vulture spirit. It says nothing is wasted. Number one, I feel like some of you could be fearing wasting your time. This could be in any area of your life. It could be in work, business, love, money, spirituality, whatever. And I feel like this is basically saying you can't waste your time, number one. You gain experience, you gain important life lessons from the experiences you have. But I do also think that, the vulture spirit is about conservation of energy. Vultures, if you see them soaring around, they don't really flap their wings very much. They kind of soar around until they find food, and then they start flapping their wings. So I do feel like some of you have been kind of in that soaring energy where you've been like waiting for an opportunity to kind of pounce on. You have the Justice card, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands here. Again, the Six of Wands to me says that there's some sort of achievement coming in for you. I really feel you're outgrowing a lot of situations as well, Pisces. There's a person over here who looks jealous and I always say, like, he has earned his right to be on this horse, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if you're just outgrowing a lot of people, places, and things this year. And, that's just part of growth is what I would say. It's just part of life. And it's something that I feel like you are just kind of like dealing with. It's kind of interesting because I see that some of you, it could lead to sadness, kind of, because you have the Five of Cups here. But I don't, I think if you really look at the situation, it's like he's crying over something that has spilled. The whole story of the Five of Cups is that he's crying over wine because he's lost his taste for wine. It's like he's lost his taste for something that he once enjoyed, but he doesn't even enjoy it anymore. So I think if you look at these situations that you're outgrowing, you probably don't enjoy the situation anymore anyway. You have with the Four of Swords here, I definitely feel you could be going through a recovery period. I would just like take your time, be kind to yourself. I feel like there's no reason, I would get moving this year, Pisces. I wouldn't like sit around. I want to stress that. But I also would say that I think there's no reason to force yourself to do anything until like after March. And even then, I would never force yourself to do anything. I would be focusing on the flow, right? But what I would say here is that I would just like take your time. I think that this is a much better use of your energy right here is justice. Justice is cause and effect. He says that, to pay attention to where you're putting your energy and what you get back. So if you're putting your energy into something, do you get a result? If the answer is yes, keep moving in that direction. If the answer is no, stop and change direction. I do also feel like some of you could be getting justice from a situation. I'm not so sure what that situation is. For some of you, I'm wondering if it's your finances balancing out because we go 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. So it could be that for some of you, your income is maybe balancing out, or maybe you're getting paid from like hard work that you've done in the past. Let's see. With the Justice card, you have the Sun. Love it. The Sun was at the bottom of the deck, I think, just a second ago. And so a lot of happiness, a lot of joy coming in for you. I do feel like you're receiving rewards for like a difficult transformation that you've been going through. It could be over the past few years that you've been going through this difficult transformation, but I do feel like there is kind of like a reward coming in for a transformation. And here you go. With the Four of Swords, you have the Hangman. Look, there's a caterpillar, which caterpillars go through a transformation. But I do feel like some of you are kind of like needing to set yourself free. You have all three Pisces cards here. in this reading: the Moon, the Hangman, which doesn't want to focus for whatever reason, and the High Priestess. So definitely in your Pisces element, but I do feel it's time to kind of get moving. He's put himself in Hangman mode so that he can gain some information. I do kind of feel there is a lot of enlightenment here, and it's kind of like saying, okay, you have all the answers you need. It's time to kind of like put something into practice here. I feel like you're really shining bright here as well. With the Six of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Love it. You have the King and Queen of Pentacles right next to each other here. I feel like for a lot of you, this is like a permanent love situation that could be coming into your life if you are looking for love. I feel like you have to get over something from the past, probably something that just wasn't worth it in the first place, based off of this vulture spirit. I feel like you were flapping your wings too much, Pisces, and probably getting nowhere. So I feel like someone sees you as the Empress, but, I feel like you have to let go of something maybe that you thought you wanted. And, again, if he lets go, he gets this bridge in the castle. He doesn't just get the 2 cups. He gets a lot more than that. I also feel like a lot of you are extremely resourceful right now. So if you're looking for money, I would say you tap into your resources. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you literally have this card that says unseen. Though you don't see it now, there's something better. And it also says sometimes you need to wander to understand the clarity that follows. I'm laughing because that's like exactly what I feel like this reading is saying to do. I feel like it's saying, like, if you want to start a project, just get started. You're probably going to change direction, but if you don't get started, you'll never find out that you need to change direction in the first place, So, like, there you go. You have this card that says you will find your place in the world even when you don't know how. So, again, same thing. I do feel like you have a lot of doubts at this time. I feel like some of you are kind of like doubting whether or not things are going to change or things are always going to be the same, or if you're going to be able to grow. I feel like you're doubting whether or not like something is secure in your life as well. And so I feel like you need to get rid of the doubts. I feel you need to focus on yourself. And I also feel you need to get started. You need to start the journey. You have the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. I definitely feel that there could be a love offer coming in for you. I kind of feel that this is slow. It starts off slow. Maybe it starts kind of increasing as we move into like March, April, May is what I'm feeling here. So if you're talking to a person, kind of looks like a slow start to me. Could be your person though. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles to me are the best. Even if it's not an earth sign, to me, those two like really want to put in the work. They really want to make something work, and they want it to be permanent as well. So definitely could be a good connection coming in for you. I feel like this is what you're fearing, is the 10 of Wands. I feel like you're a Pisces. You're probably used to putting in too much work into relationships. You're probably used to doing everything, which you should, number one, that's your fault as well. Like, trust me, as a Pisces, I totally get it. We are overgivers. And so I feel like it's your fault as well, right? And maybe you need to learn to allow people to give to you, right? This goes both ways. But at the same time, I feel that there's much more balance, justice. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Again, I feel like you don't see this coming. There's something, it's like you're making permanent changes this year, and I feel this is like very, very important for you. So I feel that this could lead to a lot of success, like a lot of abundance, building something permanent as well. It's funny to me that, I've been talking about this a lot because I've just noticed the trends on YouTube, everybody freaking out about AI, for example, and plus we're entering into Pluto Aquarius, which would totally represent the AI takeover. But I think there's a couple of things. Number one, AI cannot duplicate, human experiences, basically your own experience, right? So it can't do that yet. Also, the other thing that I would say is that people who worry about the astrology, like that, number one, astrology is not a prison sentence. Number two, it's like what you have to understand is like astrologers talk about the highest expression of the energy. It doesn't mean that's how the energy is going to be expressed. So, I always say that, that Aquarius, like the highest expression would be, bringing the collective together and the collective becoming more successful and all that other stuff. But again, that's the highest expression. Part of me believes that we're actually learning to become more individual so that we can bring the collective together. It's like we have to have both energies, right? We can't just be some sort of hive mind. So, it's kind of like both. And I feel that here for you, where it's like you could be worrying about these things, like maybe AI, or maybe it's something else as well in life. Maybe you're worrying, but I feel like you're worrying about the security of something. Like whether it's secure, whether it's going to last for a long time, could be your job, a relationship, a business, your health, whatever. But I feel like you need to stop worrying. Exactly like I said at the beginning of the reading. I feel like you need to realize that things are going to be much more successful. I also feel like you're on this journey of discovery, but you have to do it. It's like, you know, it's like I don't really have any good examples, Pisces, other than the fact that like before I had this channel, I had another YouTube channel like over 8 years ago, right? That channel does no longer exist. I don't even know how to log into that channel. You might be able to find it, but the funny thing is, if I didn't start that channel, I probably wouldn't have started this channel. It's like I had to start that one to lead into this one, and I kind of feel that for you. Where I don't care if you've been doing something for 20 years or if you have a new idea, it's almost like it's leading to something that you don't see with that unseen card. The thing with the Ten of Pentacles is that it represents hidden or secret information. So you have to like go on the journey. You have to discover it. You have to find it. Even with the Five of Cups, again, some of you could be doing something that you no longer enjoy. Again, he's crying over the wine because he's lost his taste for wine, but he doesn't even realize that there might be something better over here. So again, if you're grieving the loss of a relationship or a business or anything like that, just know that there is probably something significantly better coming in for you. But again, if you don't get moving forward, you're just going to stay stuck in whatever the Five of Cups is for you. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Damn. Damn, Pisces. That's all I have to say about this. This is like money. I feel there's something very successful coming in for you, clearly, but I feel like you have it's only potential. Here's my problem with the Ace of Pentacles. If you do nothing with it, it's going to be nothing. The Ace of Pentacles I look at as a garden. Traditionally, there's always a garden on the front of the Ace of Pentacles. And I always say it's like it needs sun. You have the sun right next to it. It needs light. It needs attention. It needs watering. It needs weeding. All those things. So there's like a huge opportunity, but you have to take care of it. You have to nurture it into existence. Again, a lot of people have been getting this because Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus wants us to build and leave a legacy. Ten of Pentacles, literally. But again, we have to take care of something to be able to do that. With the Page of Cups, you have the Three of Cups, some sort of celebration coming in for you here. I feel like you're becoming very popular this year, Pisces. You have the Sun, this card, and the Empress. It's like your popularity is increasing. I feel like this is like a double-edged sword is what's popping into my head. Number one, I would make sure that you're not giving your attention or your energy to everyone. I would make sure you're giving it to people who give energy back to you. That's like a major lesson that I feel maybe, again, it's showing up in the unexpected. Maybe it's something that you don't see coming, that you don't see how much attention people are going to want from you this year. So I feel you need to be very careful with like who you give your attention to, who you give your effort to, and all that other stuff in all areas of your life. I'm not just talking about one. With the with the Five of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. There could be some regrets here for things, but again, I feel this is tied into the worries. I feel like you have to let the worries go if you have regrets about anything. We all have regrets maybe in life, but I feel like this is saying you have to look at it as a learning lesson. I always say that on the Five of Wands, those five people on a traditional Five of Wands, they're learning how to fight. They're using sticks. They're not using swords. So I feel like you have to realize that, we just have lessons in life and we have to move forward. Again, I feel in a lot of ways that this Empress glow up energy is trying to come out of you. I feel like it's like the universe is trying to get you to glow up, trying to get you to go on this new journey, trying to get you started so that you can discover what you're actually meant to do. But it's like if you prevent yourself from having experiences, good and bad, then you're just preventing your own growth and success. And so I feel like you have to move forward here. You have this last quarter moon in Scorpio. It says, reveal what needs to be seen. I feel there's something you really want to do. Again, especially for those of you that say, I don't know what I want to do. No, I feel like you know exactly what you want to do. You just don't think it would be successful. So I feel that you need to kind of like look at things that are going on in your life and say, like, okay, there are things that I want to be successful, but what is it? Or maybe you just don't think it will be well received. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel about chihuahuas. And, well, actually, that would be very successful. But whatever it is, something maybe about worms, it's like I would get started. So, get moving here, Pisces. You have the Ten of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Empress. So, most important card here. Again, I didn't even tell you, this is the row of messages from your future self. I feel like your future self wants you to step into your Empress energy, your creative manifestation, powerful energy. I feel like there are a lot of things to worry about this year. Again, I think this is a better year than what we've been experiencing since like 2019. But I I still think there's going to be plenty of stuff to worry about, right? So there's going to be plenty of stuff to worry about here with the Ten of Wands. I think the secret is to step into your Empress energy. Again, I like to remind people that it's like, what has worrying done for like the past, I don't know, like 200 years or so? What have we been doing as a collective? We've been worrying about everything that's going on. And has it worked? No, it has not worked at all, right? Just look at the news. People just complain about, they talk and complain and they show things, right? Number one, because it gets views to talk about all these horrible things that are going on in the world. But what has worrying about those things done? Nothing. It accomplishes absolutely nothing. So I think you need to focus on what you can manifest. I feel like you need to focus on joy, happiness, abundance. Again, we've never tried it. So people always tell me, yeah, but what about the dolphins? Or, what about the little, the rare monkey from New York City that lives in the sewers that's going to go extinct? I'm like, well, worrying about it isn't going to do anything. So like, why don't you go move into the sewers and like save the monkeys, right? Or whatever it is. I don't care. But, basically what I would say here is like, what can you focus on? What can you change? That's what the Empress is talking about. It's saying, what can you do to increase your abundance, right? And then with your abundance, you can save the rare New York City sewer monkey, right? Or whatever the case may be. So, I would get focusing on that. You have the High Priestess as well. I feel you're becoming more intuitive. Again, I feel like this is tied to the beginning of the reading where it's kind of like you're back on track. I feel like you feel more yourself or will be feeling more like yourself this year. Some sort of change. It's almost like you're waking up from a bad dream is kind of what I feel here. So it's almost like the Nine of Swords is coming to an end, right? With the Ten of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles. Things have to change. Number one, it's like if, Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to the past. I feel like you have to open up to this bright future. This whole reading is about releasing. With the High Priestess, you have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely new love for those of you that want it. I feel like there's communication coming in. Again, I can't get over the fact that I feel like it starts very slow. I don't even know what that means. maybe you just start talking to this person. Maybe they live at a distance or something like that. And so maybe that's why it's slow because you can't see each other right away or something along those lines. For some of you, I'm getting that you work together. So if you work together, obviously maybe there are rules against it. So maybe you're taking your time. It could be any of those things. Definitely it could be an earth sign. With the Empress, you cannot... Here you go. What do you have? You have the Emperor, divine counterparts. If you are looking for love, definitely could be a divine counterpart coming in for you. Could be an Aries as well. You've been showing up in Aries readings. Aries has been showing up in your readings as well. Same with Leo. You have the Sun here, so... definitely could be coming in for you. But there's this is much better than what you've experienced. There's like equal give and take, happiness, joy, like so much good stuff for you here, Pisces. So we're going to pull 5 main themes now. And we're going to see what your 5 main themes for this week are. Wealth. You have this wealth card. It literally just says wealth on it. So there you go. You have this mountain road. It says you are on the road to success. Definitely. I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you. But again, it's a road. You're climbing a mountain. You're having to go through things. I want to stress, like, what you're thinking you're going to do is not what you're going to do. But, don't let that stress you out, especially for those of you that have ideas. But if you don't get moving, you're not going to discover what you need to do. That's what I feel like this is saying. You have this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. So someone could be thinking about you. So what? Like, what does this mean? You have this diamond. It says you will be receiving or giving a gift. So someone might have a gift for you. Could be any gift. Could even just be words, right? You have this quill. It says get back to the basics. Yes. Pisces, I'm a big fan of the basics as well. It's like, I think people are going to, I think just do the basic stuff, right? Like, just stick to what works. King of Pentacles, he's a card of convention. He kind of represents doing what works. We're entering into a very innovative time. Here's the problem, is that the innovators always end up with the arrows in their back, right? So it's like the people who are first to doing something always end up making all the mistakes and all this other stuff. So what I would suggest, and what I've been suggesting since 2016, literally, I've been trying to hammer this into everyone's head, is 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, do what works in all areas of your life. Love, money, business, spirituality, everything, health. 20% of the time, try something new. Try something different. Do something different. Look at my channel. Again, I am a man of my word. I do exactly what I say. I mean, living example. There you go. Next, you have this Fox card. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. I feel like people are really going to want your attention in business, especially if you have a business this year, or if you have like a podcast, a YouTube channel, anything like that. Again, you're really going to benefit from Pluto and Aquarius. I see Pisces benefiting from Pluto and Aquarius in big ways. And again, even though it's only going to be in there for a short time this year, it's going to retrograde out. I don't care. It barely moves off the cusp before it moves in 2024 officially. So, I feel like you have 20 years, 20 years, Pisces, of like attention, success, good things. Take advantage of it, plain and simple. But damn, I love this reading, Pisces. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.